Hey there. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a quiet but really powerful language that gives structure to so much of our digital world. Yep, we're talking about XML.
I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about it? What's going on beneath all the fancy fonts and pretty pictures? It's a simple question, but the answer tells us a whole lot about how the internet is organized.
To really get what XML is all about, it helps to first understand what it isn't. And to do that, we need to look at the language that builds pretty much every website you visit. And that language is HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Its whole job, really its only job, is to tell a web browser how to format a document so it looks right on your screen. It handles the big headings, the paragraphs, where the images go, basically the entire visual layout. But here's the catch. HTML is all about the look of things. It's about presentation. It can make a piece of text big and bold, but it has no idea if that text is a person's name, the price of a coffee, or a line from a song. It only knows how to display it. And this really drives the point home. As it says here, HTML is not a language for describing data. So if you're looking at a web page about used cars, HTML might list the price and the color in two identical-looking paragraphs. You and I can tell the difference, of course, but to a computer program, it just sees two chunks of text. It has absolutely no clue what that data actually means. And that little problem is exactly why we're here. If HTML is all for show, we need something else to handle the substance, the meaning. And this is precisely the problem that XML was created to solve. So what is it? Well, XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. And unlike HTML, its purpose has nothing to do with displaying data. Its whole reason for being is to describe data. It's a way to wrap your information in little labels that explain exactly what that information is. Let's try an analogy here. Imagine a recipe written out as just one long sentence. Flour, sugar, eggs, mix, bake. It's just a jumble of words. We could probably figure it out, but a computer would be totally lost.
Now, imagine that same recipe, but this time every single piece of information has a clear label, something like ingredient, flour, ingredient. You could have one for the amount, one for each step in the instructions. All of a sudden, the structure is perfectly clear. A computer can now understand not just the words, but the role each word plays. That's the whole idea behind XML.
And this is where it gets really interesting. That X in XML, it stands for extensible. And that's not just some techie buzzword, it's the key to its power. This comparison says it all. Look at the left side, the HTML version. You just see text. A browser knows how to show the words, seats, and 5, but the connection between them is totally lost on the machine. But now look at the right, the XML. See those tags like make and seats? Whoever wrote this just made those up. They created them specifically for this data. Now it's perfectly, crystal clear what each piece of info represents. The data has context. So that's the big takeaway. With XML, you're not stuck with a list of predefined tags like in HTML. You invent the tags that make sense for your data. So whether you're describing cars or planets or financial records, you can build a structure that gives that data real, understandable meaning. Okay, so if XML isn't meant for being displayed, what's its main job? Well, it actually has one of the most important roles on the entire internet, helping different systems talk to each other. Its main role is to be a super reliable container for data. You can almost think of it as a standardized shipping container for information. Because it's just simple text with clear rules, it can be easily sent from one application to another, and it doesn't matter if they're on different operating systems or written in different programming languages. Here's a quick example of how that works. Imagine your phone's Contacts app needs to send a contact over to your email program. The Contact app, let's call it Application A, bundles up the name and number into a neat little XML file with clear tags. It sends that file over, and because the email program, Application B, also speaks XML, it knows exactly how to unpack it. No confusion. It just works. And this quote from the source material really just nails it. It's a universal language for data. It's the common ground that allows all these countless different programs and systems to share information with each other reliably. And this is why it matters to you and me, even if we never write a single line of it. This quiet, behind-the-scenes work is everywhere. It's in the configuration files for the apps on your computer. It's how web services communicate. It's a fundamental building block of the interconnected world we live in. So as we wrap up, it's pretty clear that XML isn't flashy. You don't really see it at work most of the time, but its influence is just huge.
The goal here isn't for you to become an XML expert, not at all. It's really just to appreciate that this hidden layer of organization is there, to understand that just beneath the surface of the web, there's this world of structured data being passed around, and so often it's XML that's making it all possible.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? XML is just one of these invisible technologies that quietly shape our lives every day. It really makes you wonder, what other hidden structures and secret languages are out there making it all work?